Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask you a rather pointed question, if I may. Just how far should a wife go to help her husband land a job that pays $125,000 a year? I brought these three men to New York in order to choose one for the job. What will their wives do? And what won't they do to influence my selection? Just observe this wife's technique.
I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Gifford. And I'm sure there'll be many opportunities for me to prove that to you.
You see what I mean. And that's only half of it. You're in for a world of surprises in this wonderful woman's world.
Clifton Webb at his funniest as the tyrannical car tycoon. June Allison at her cutest as Kansas City Katie. Van Heflin at his best as the husband who had but one wife to give, but not to the whole country. Lauren Bacall at her wittiest as the wisecracking Philadelphia Philly. Fred McMurray at his merriest as the super salesman who tried to parlay an ulcer into $1 million. Arlene Dahl at her most seductive as the Texas Tootsie who tackled the New York Titans. And Cornell Wilde at his most romantic as the young husband who preferred his wacky wife to wealth.
And now for our big evening. While I order cocktails and a menu set up, you put on a slinky negligee.
I didn't bring a slinky negligee with me. If you want me to slink, you'll have to enjoy it in this bathrobe.
Look, if I forget all about the Briggs job, if I'd really settle down to some home life, would you give me another chance?
But, darling, don't you see? If I did show him a little attention, it was only to encourage his interest in you for the job.
Now, listen. I'll get to the top. But I'll get there on what I've got, not what you've got.
What these men won't do for a job and what their wives will do will keep you roaring from start to finish.
Look for a new studio classic on the first Wednesday of each month.